Not sure I'm even going to be able to read what has happened this one. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are in Kerry in a graveyard called Killegy Old Graveyard. Now this is nestled in a quiet countryside just outside Muckross near Killarney here in County Kerry. It's a peaceful ancient burial ground steeped in history and surrounded by the timeless beauty of Killarney National Park. Now the graveyard itself stands on the site of an early Christian church dating back many centuries, long before the grand estates of the area were built, and little remains of that original church now, except for a few stones marking its footprint. But the ground here holds generations of stories beneath its surface, and one of the most striking features here in Killegy is the Herbert mausoleum, a grand structure built in the 19th century by the Herbert family of Muckross House, one of the most prominent families here in Kerry, and they were wealthy land owners and played a key role in shaping Killarney's heritage. Now this is said to be the tallest Celtic cross in Ireland, and that was actually built in memory of Henry Arthur Herbert, and it sits across watching over Killarney itself and Muckross, where he would have lived, his in amongst those trees there. We have stunning scenery. So this, as I said, is the Celtic cross in affectionate memory of the Right Honourable Henry Arthur Herbert, born in 1815 and died in 1864. His tenantry have erected this cross to record their sense of his virtue and their grief for his loss. And I will show you that from afar in just a moment. So we have a few mausoleums in here, or underground vaults, quite overgrown now, unfortunately. And I've done this before, so in there you'll find several coffins on shelves. They say actually that he was buried sitting up so he could watch over his beautiful Killarney. I don't know whether that is true or not. Another one here. Now the last time we were here, it wasn't as overgrown. Not sure I'm even going to be able to read what's actually wrote there. I'm not actually But the reason I'm not going down there today is down at the bottom, unfortunately, we have a pool of water. It's completely waterlogged and I don't have anything to make my way through all those brambles and briars. But as I said, I linked the other video underneath the channel there in the description box. Now on the cross it does say Charlie and Helen, but I'm unsure of the surname. Now that says Wildflower Meadow, please don't strim, and it's for Toby Keith Tobias Barnett Hod. Born October 1945 and he passed away the 15th of July 2000. So they are keeping his grave like a little meadow, which is quite beautiful. Marjorie Grace Blunt, 1971, and her sister Frances Blunt, 1984. We have a little headstone right down here. Eldest son of Berkeley and Kitty, Vincent, born at Muckross Abbey, 24th March 1911, and died there the 1st of May 1914. So just 3 years of age. John O'Killegy, Vincent it says there. And there's the surname again, Vincent. This is Arthur Rose Vincent, CBE, 1956, and Derry Vincent, 1988. Arthur Vincent, 2012, and Elizabeth, 2021. And obviously that's their family crest. Now it's not actually that windy today, but because we are up so high, it's much windier up here. Some beautiful designs there on the crosses. This is for the family Hilliard. Now we have more vaults here. One here and another one here. This looks like Charles Herbert, circa 1826, and a Henry, a Winifred Rutledge, looks like 1897, and a Gwendolyn, can't read that name unfortunately. I'm not quite sure what has happened this one, because there is a load of dirt on the steps, and just under the step there you can see a huge hole, obviously dug by an animal, and that is the muck that they have thrown out of the burrow. So because there's no steps there, I won't be venturing down, but if you do want to see glimpses of inside as I nearly fall into a hole, that video will be linked below. Because I'm in the area, I just thought it's too nice not to check it out. Now, we believe this is an old martyr chapel, because it states that there was an earlier church here. And I don't think this is it. So possibly it would have held the body for some time before burial, especially if the area was frozen and they get harsh weather here. So I'm seeing quite a few animal burrows. Now, we've seen quite a few of these on our travels in Kerry. Just want to show you that first. Look at that. The trees are stunning, and especially this time of the year with all their beautiful colours. And you can see just little bits of lead coffin in there. And remains, unfortunately. These ones certainly don't last very long. You can see that they start to fall apart. Another one here, I presume that is the plaque for it. And this is a James McGrath, who we did find before, and I'm happy to see that somebody has really come and cleared it much better than what it was. We tried to clean it before, and it says, "Here lies the bones of James McGrath. Friends he had none, deserted by his family. He entered the army at an early age and died a field officer on the 5th of July 1815. Having served in the army 33 years, he feared God, honoured his king, and loved his country. The above inscription, written by himself and found among his papers after his death, is placed here by his son, J.L. McGrath of Killarney." It's quite a tragic story for James. But I am glad that somebody has come along and really cleaned that stone up really, really well. So it's in much better shape than what we were able to get it So that is obviously his vault there. Now, as I said, the ground is really, really uneven. And I have noticed lots of, I presume it's either fox or maybe badgers. So just being careful where we walk. That, I would say, is another vault there. And look at this one. This one is also very old. The name, I'd imagine, is possibly up on top, but I can't be sure. Yeah. Sacred to the memory of Robert Robinson. CE, it says, who died at Killarney, aged 62. I don't know what date is on it. 1859. So well over 100 years. The ground is covered in acorns and chestnuts. Oh, it's soggy. I don't know whether there's anything in there to see. Although that there is a coffin. I'm not sure how many are in there. There's a few just broke up, unfortunately. But the door is really, really cool. Can you imagine the weight of that on top of it? You'd wonder how that would happen, that the whole lid of it is moved over to one side. Unless it's that tree, the way it's grown, it's kind of pushing it across maybe as it grows. So a few grave slabs along here. This one would have had rails around it. It says in loving memory of Joseph Onions. I've never heard of that surname. Died in 1903, erected by his sorrowing wife and children. But it would have had nice rails around it. Looks like a John J. Russell. Surgeon of the 36th Regiment, aged 42. MD, medical doctor. Here lies remains of John J. Russell, MD, surgeon of the 36th. Looks like regiment. Aged 42. Died 1849. That is the stonemason's name there. J. Mullane Sculptures. Valencia. Oh, jeepers. That was a cow. That was made in Valencia. Wow. Imagine the price to get that shipped. jeepers, I hope there is not a cow. So I believe some of these are field markers, but also some of them would be the foundation of the earlier church. Yeah, he's not a happy chappy. Look guys, I'm going to leave it there. Beautiful Killegy old graveyard. Take care. God bless. And I'll talk to you all again soon. Oh jeepers, they're all coming. Oh, you're quiet now, aren't you?